Hello, dear and devoted followers. Welcome to Closets Are for Clothes. My name is Jeremy. Today is Wednesday, and this week's topic is how your friends reacted when you came out to them. This topic is relatively difficult for me to talk about because it is such a personal issue of coming out to your friends, and it's really a bonding experience between the two of you, and discussing it with all of you guys just feels a little bit personal, which is all the better reason to tell everybody. So I've never really had an issue coming out to people because I sort of take my sexuality in stride at the moment. It doesn't define me. It dictates a lot of the things that I do, but it doesn't really change who I am as a person. I'm just the same as most people. So because of that, I like to think that my friends don't really take that aspect of me into consideration as much. I do notice things of the way people act around me is always a little bit skewed. People tend to hold their mouth a little bit and watch what they say, which is nice because I guess they're being conscious of what they are saying. Let me give you an example. So one of my friends looked at another person's phone background, and it was Kurt and Blaine from Glee kissing, and as you know, they are a famous celebrity fictional gay couple. And he started to say, like, ew, but then he noticed I was standing right next to him, and he's like, I mean, yeah. And it was really awkward, but then he apologized, and it sort of all worked out for the better. So yeah, stuff like that happens, but there's nothing really that bad that comes to me from friends, probably because a lot of the people who stay around me know that I tend to fight and act up if you're an ass. Luckily, things haven't turned to physical violence yet. It's all been verbal debates. So that's really all I have to say about that, because same as with David, I really haven't had any negative feedback on anything. Now on to this week's news in LGBT-related things that are newsworthy to talk about. First off is this big issue that's been going around of Twitter's censorship. They're thinking of doing this new thing on Twitter where in certain countries, they would ban tweets that have any mention of homosexuality using words like gay or anything, in countries that forbid such words and topics. Twitter is a very big activism tool that many people in countries where their speech is prohibited use. So this ban would really hurt them and would really take us back a lot in the fight for LGBT rights. Next up is not really a big news topic, but many of you have seen this map, which is linked down below, and it just gives a number of how many people support gay marriage and how many people oppose it. And in the last week, people who support it have outranked people who oppose it. It's now nearly 100,000 for people in support of gay marriage and 85,000 people who are against it. So if you haven't cast your vote, go click the link down below and vote. Another thing that happened is in the Macy's wedding catalog, they featured a wedding cake that had 2 grooms on top of the cake. And that is so amazing that they are taking such a forward stance in rights of LGBT folks. But it is facing a lot of backlash, with some conservatives saying things like, because of this, they will no longer support Macy's, which is really sad that people still have that intolerance in their mindset. I know companies like Chick-fil-A are very, very anti-LGBT rights, and they are just as well losing a lot of customers because of this stance that they have taken against homosexuality. So I urge you to go shop at Macy's and don't eat Chick-fil-A. And now for some more local news. Here in the state of Arizona, where I am, Gabrielle Giffords, the congresswoman who was shot nearly a year ago in the head and now is recovering. Amazing for you, Gabby Giffords. She went to my middle school, so I have a strong connection with her. The person who wants to go and replace her is a open gay man, and that is amazing that he is running. I'm pretty sure he will not win because Arizona is notoriously a very anti-LGBT state. It's very Republican and very I'm not saying that all Republicans are this way, but it's generally for the Republican Party, they are against LGBT things. So that's all the LGBT news I have for today, and this concludes my video. I'm sorry, I was a little tired for this video. I've only been getting a couple hours of sleep for the last couple of nights, because I've been busy. Because, same as with... Anyways, I'll see you all next week, and leave you with Ellen for tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.